We're live. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in sunshiny Manitoba. It is a beautiful sunshiny day. It is only minus 23 Fahrenheit with a, nope, 23, minus 23 Celsius, but it feels like minus 24 with the wind chill, which means it's 9 degrees, minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels like minus 11. Oh, I cannot talk. It's going to be a great day. Hi, Dean. Welcome, welcome. And
Hello.
Anne's here. And we're going to play today. We're going to play with envelopes.
Well, it is 34 degrees here,
34. Bah
and
humbug.
with with the high of 41
That,
predicted.
that's still nice. It's still above freezing.
Yeah, but yesterday it was 71.
Huh.
Can you
Yes-
figure?
Yesterday it was minus 20 something. Brr. That's all I know. Hey,
Yes.
Melody. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. So today we are going to play envelopes. So I've done a few different things with envelopes in the past. I made a little envelope journal. I've made a few envelope journals, but I've made envelope journals. They're really fun and quick to make, and because they come with built-in pockets, right? They've all got pockets, and some of them make noise. They're great. You just add what you want to them. So you can always make little journals, or I just had that thing, Jean. There, see, I had it. I showed you, and I put it away. We made these things that one time, the little accordion folders of envelopes. And then there are all those flip floppy things that you can do with envelopes as well. I also have a, uh, I like using the big brown ones for journal covers. This one is just, blank because I can do whatever I like with it, but, nice front pocket. At the back, I did this is, I'm not remembering what exactly this was from. It was a something jot. Are those dots like the glue dots or something? Maybe I don't know.
It could be stickers, it could be ink pens.
Yeah, but I liked that because I could turn it into a really nice thing to tie string to wrap. So
Uh,
it obviously needs decorating, but I did that. So you could do that with envelopes. And then
Hello,
I've got
Melody. Hello, Anne.
these envelopes that I am just bleh, tripping over my tongue today, guys. Sorry. Hi, Jan. That I'm going to use to make covers for these little rainbow signatures. And then I'm going to take them and put them for sale at the pharmacy tomorrow when I'm, as long as I get them done today. We'll see how much I get done. How much Jean got planned?
I don't really know. I just know that I have a um, huge bin of envelopes that have all been donated. So I'm hoping that I can make some things and then just send the hardest package of envelopes and say, hey, go look at this and here's some things you can make. So that's the plan.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So you guys have also seen those flip floppy things with envelopes where you take three envelopes and you take the flap and you glue it to the bottom of the other so that it folds up. Am I describing this correctly?
Yeah, I think so. I would go grab mine, but I didn't finish them, so I put them in the box for UFO sales.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab three envelopes of the same size. So, what you would do is you would take one envelope here, and then you would take this one and glue it down on that edge so that it still folds up. And the same thing with the third. You could go as many as you like. Decorate each and every single little envelope. And look at this lovely little pocket thing that you would have, right? Folds up. You've got this flap. You can tie it up. And it's very, very cute. So you can do that kind of thing with envelopes. Of course, on Tuesday, I showed using envelopes for pockets. We had a pocket day on Tuesday.
Cool.
So I think I'm going to make some of these because I was asking Jean if she thought they might sell, so I want to make a couple more and take them because I've got that space at the pharmacy starting tomorrow. So these are fast, simple. I can make a couple more, easy peasy, and then we're good to go. So I will talk you guys through this one. I don't know what Jean's doing. She's chopping. What are you chopping?
Well, I seen a video yesterday that really caught my attention, and I want to use the basic concept for something similar but different.
Similar but different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, see, I've got a bin of envelopes. Right? These are all stuff like I've picked up at thrift stores, my own mail, that kind of stuff. But I don't have any complete legal size envelopes, which is what I make those things out of. So I'll just grab them out of the bin here. I do have a box from Dollarama or Dollar Tree or something. Yeah, Dollarama. $1.75 for 35 envelopes. So we'll just use those because I can.
That's right.
All
Use
right.
what you got. Like
Use
my
what
bowl of glue sticks. Some have been used, most of them have been used. So we're going to get them used up today.
So to do this, you need 3 envelopes. You seal them. Seal them up. Hey, Marguerite, how's your weather? Jan, it's raining there. Your snow is done snowing. We've got a beautiful sunshiny day. It's birth here.
It's funny when you can look out the window and it looks like it's, 40, 50 degrees because the sun's shining. It's so pretty. But when you look at the thermometer, it's like, what were you thinking?
Yes, like grab them long johns. Okay, so I must have used smaller envelopes. Heh, well, I'll do something different with these ones that I've sealed now and pull out the small envelopes. Too soon old, too late smart. You know that saying?
Yes.
That's me. Okay, I got little envelopes. Put those aside. You snow again today? Very slushy. It's kind of raining. I like these envelopes with the big triangular flaps for doing flip outs in journals. Hey, Malia, welcome, hon. We're playing envelopes today.
Tearing things apart sounds fun too. I got some stuff that I need to get to you, Malia. Some books. I haven't forgotten. Just life gets in the way.
It does.
I've spent the last 3 days pretty much deaf. And that, oh man, I can't even tell you what that feels like.
Okay, one short. Humbug. Look at these cute little envelopes. I bought Christmas cards one year and they came in this size envelope. You can never say no to books. I would love. You're wearing rubber boots? I'm going to be sending Malia digital scans of those fantasy flowers we've been doing, Jean.
Oh, yeah?
And that way she can use them for the sale.
Awesome. That's a wonderful way to participate.
Well, I can't ship anything from here because it's so stinking expensive.
Oh, I know.
Right? So I have to figure out some way of doing it. Some way.
Speaking of shipping, I got your box yesterday.
Yeah. Jean got the little drawer thing that for the
I'm
arrived. It arrived.
I'm really having a tough time trying to figure out where I want to put it.
February 4th is the day the sale. Okay. Oh, these are a nice size. I can use these ones as well. I'll use those. I will do three. 3 sets for sale to add to the 4 that I've got. 5 that I whatever I've got. I'm glad you figured that out, Malia. That's good to know. Tells me when I have to have this stuff done by. This Sunday on my live, we're going to be playing buildings. And next Sunday is worms. Or this Sunday's worms, and next Sunday's buildings. I don't know. Somebody please remind me. Oh, these are licky envelopes. Ugh. Don't like licky envelopes. I have a spritz thing. Hey, Andrea, welcome. We are playing envelopes today, so I'm going to be making some of these little accordion book things. And some are going to have Velcro, because I've got one here with Velcro, and the others will have buttons. Maybe I should do a couple with Velcro, because I've got much more buttons than... We'll see. We'll see which I figure is going to be easier. So I was asking Malia what she thought else would sell as a digi for that. So I don't know. I'd like to do a couple of different ones.
Cool.
We are going to try and do digits. She said just scan them in. So I'm going to take her at her word, and I'm going to scan them in. Okay, so to do these, you need 3 envelopes. Seal them, fold them in half. Yeah, you kind of helped me. We figured out a price. That was a big help. Okay, so we've got them like this. Now we're just going to take off the very end so that we can use them as pockets. I'm just going to use scissors. You know, because I can. I guess I probably should use my cutter, right? Then they'd all be straight, because that isn't straight. Okay, get in the cutter. I'll be right back. That's an interesting mandala piece of paper there, Jean.
Yes, this is actually a paper pad. I had set in my stuff that I wanted to get rid of. And I thought, well, why not use it for this? Because it was handy. And we all know I'm a lazy crafter.
Me too. Me too. Okay, so I've got my chopper. So I'm going to put it to the 3-inch mark, and I'm going to cut it to there. That seems to be a nice size. Okay, so these are the smaller envelopes. The legal size envelopes are too big, I think. They will work lovely, but I just want little ones. So as I said, fold it in half, put it to 3-inch mark, and I'm taking off the sealed ends so that they will open this way. I'm going to have to come in and add a bit of glue to those. I will do that right away. But since I've got the cutter out, we'll do this first. I mean, one box of envelopes goes an awful long way when you're doing this. You'll get 10 of these.
Well, I don't know what I thought I was measuring.
Uh-oh. What are you doing, Jean?
Oh, I did. I just didn't do the rest of it.
So let's get some of this garbage off the desk.
I want to cover the inside of this, but I want it to be covered here and down in here, and then
Okay.
it's going to flip over and be on the front.
Okay.
But I forgot one part of the.
Ah. So I'm just going to fold and slice, and then we'll play. Guess we need to stick them down too. I'm very excited about going to the sale tomorrow. I don't think I'll have any little birds done. I was trying to.
Oh no, we lost Kim. I bet she found her cursor and cut us off.
Oh boy.
I'm sure she'll be back here soon. So I'm trying to make this so it's long enough to go in here. And I am not a very good measurer today. As opposed to not very good measurer any day. So let's see if I cut that long enough. Or measured that long enough. I think she froze. I think it's frozen where she's at. Here, I'll turn on this light, see if that helps her find her way back. Well, now we know if you go off your StreamYard, whoever's on there stays. I know this is going to be a little wide since I measured it on the outside of the envelope. So I'm going to just slowly work it down to the right size. Hello, everyone coming in. I can't, for some reason, can't see the chat working very good. It moves fast. Hi, Susan. Yeah. Kim fell off of her chair. That's what we'll say. No, not really. perfect. Now the plus side to using two envelopes that match, all I have to do is make another one of these for the other side. Let's see. See where's the best place to cut this out. You know what? I'm going to do it on this side just so that I can see my marks, because that was part of the problem with the other one. And of course, because I use what's handy, all I have here, don't even have a pencil handy. This is a pastel pencil. So I'm writing with chalk. But hey, it works. I don't know what this is, Susan. Um, Thank you, Andrea. This is what I have two envelopes because somebody I know sent me a lot of envelopes and I need to come up with some projects. So this is just glued to a piece of scrapbook paper. And then I am making these to go inside here so that it's all covered. And this will flip over to this side. And that'll be the front. So the front will be kind of, like that, but with the paper. And then I'm going to cover this. And then I'm going to use some little envelopes to maybe do some flippies and stuff. There she is.
Uh-oh, I don't know what the heck. Guys, I have no idea what the heck that was all about. I had to go out and come back in. So I was blathering for all that time, all by myself. It's okay.
It's all right. I put an extra light on. Did that help you find your way back?
I think so.
Awesome.
Whack job.
I figured you probably found your cursor and hit it.
Probably because I want it on this screen, right? So I keep the mouse here now. I'm just going to move it way to the side because I probably hit it when I was clipping envelopes.
Yeah, that's what I do a lot. Kicks me right out.
Silliness, I tell ya. Silliness. So we don't have to decorate these envelopes. You can just leave them as is. Just making sure these are... Thanks, guys. I went down a rabbit hole. Speaking of rabbit holes, those of you who are friends with me, did you see that lovely quote my friend sent me about rabbit holes today? She knows me so well.
No, I must have missed that.
Okay. I'm going to go off this page because I have to read this to you because you know me and my rabbit holes.
Mm-hmm.
I have to find that. Okay. She sent me a post. Nope, that's not the right one. I will find it. Thank you guys for checking up on me. I've got all these messages. What'd you do, Kim? I don't know. Okay.
Okay, do we want this one or this one?
All right. I'm going to read this to you. She posted it from somebody else. She just sent it. A Facebook friend told me today that it's okay to be easily distracted and to go down rabbit holes. We're just listening to an inner whisper that leads us down winding paths away from the noise, and that it's a healthy, positive thing to never stick to a linear path. Instead, we should think of it as self-generated permission slips to enter wondrous portals. I love it. Yes, we're just taking time out to do side quests, Isn't that lovely?
That is.
Hey, Teresa, welcome. I just had to share that quote that my girlfriend had sent me.
So, do you like this side better? Or this?
That one. I like that one. What about you guys? hello to anybody I missed while I was down that rabbit hole or wherever the heck I was. If anybody came in, I do like that mandala east side so much more. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good for whichever. I think I'm gonna like that. So that's what it is. I did have a die cut. Um, that's pretty close to what I wanted. I went and then I had made some circles, and so I thought, well, let's go ahead and use them and try it and see. And it's okay. I don't love it, but it's okay. This is what I was working towards. This is paper, layers of paper
Oh, that's beautiful.
that have been sanded down, and then I varnished it 3 coats. I love it. It's good and hard because I glued it really good after I did it and smoothed it out. From my years of woodworking, I know different ways to sand things to get rid of those little fibery stuff.
Yep.
But there's not enough color on there for me, and there's too much white. So I have cut some with the dies, and actually, I have them right here in my little box to glue together. I tried some hearts too. I figured if I was going to run one die through, I could run 4 or 5 dies through. So
I know. Why have just one thing on the go when you can have 967? Riddle me that.
I don't ever go as high as 967. I stop at 965.
All
Always.
right. All right. So we've got these. So we're going to take 3, put them in 3s.
I probably would make the structure of this before I decorated it, but because I don't know how I'm going to put the envelopes in, and I don't want to have to do overs of anything.
Kim doesn't know how.
It's kind of tough getting that in already glued up.
I've turned into the Riddler.
It wants to be stuck. So that's why we do trimming.
Why have I turned into the Riddler? Yeah, that's a really boring pattern. I have 2. I have to do one more.
Funny is that was the side I was cutting for, was what the one you didn't like. Mostly because it was, more like the front. And then after I did it, I was like, I don't like that so much.
I mean, I like boring patterns for some things, but I guess today's just more of a happy florally kind of day. Oh, riddle me that. Oh, okay.
Yes, today is a happy day.
It is a happy day. We're here together. We're playing.
So yesterday, when I left the doctor's office, I get to the car and out walks this man and his daughter. Cute little thing, maybe 4 years old. And I could see that she had been, I could see her lips moving in the doctor's office prior to me going in. And then when she came out, I said hi to her in her cute little voice. And I was like, I've been waiting since you got here to be able to hear your voice. And her daddy says, well, I'm so glad you can hear now. I said, me too. And then she gets in their vehicle and she says, just a minute. And she gets out of her chair, goes to the edge of the door and waves, bye.
Perfect.
I know, it's so cute. But I was so happy. I mean, it was like, now I don't mean this, like my world had ended and then it came back, but that's sort of the best description I can give. And um when I okay, while I was waiting, an elderly lady came out of the office and carrying her little bag of pills and all that. Well, then when I get ready to leave the office after everything, she's at the corner standing like she's still waiting for a ride. And I felt so good. I asked a complete stranger if she needed a ride home.
Good for you.
She said she had someone on her way, but at least I offered.
That's awesome.
It was. It just was an amazing day, all day after 2:30.
Yeah.
So there's the structure, and I
Oh,
like
that's
it.
pretty.
I like it. Now I got to figure out how I want to do the inside and the little envelope. Because I was going to do it to where it fit, but I think I might overlap that a little bit so that the envelopes can still cascade down. I'm thinking. I kind of got this idea combination of several things, but we'll see if we can get it to work. Thank you, Andrea.
All right. So the next step with these ones is we're going to add glue. So we're just going to add just a little bit of glue here at the top and a bit of a stripe at the bottom. Okay. Can you see how that goes? And then we're going to put this one on top. Line it up. Make sure you have all the cut edges to the top and the fold at the bottom. Then we're going to do the glue thing again. And at the top and across the bottom. This is how we do the accordion folds. Then I am going to take some clothespins and I'm going to pin them just so that they stay still.
I have my mouse longer than arm reach away, and I still hit it.
Huh. Again, openings at the top, little bit of glue, line of glue. And since I'm doing 4 of them, I'm just going to do production line because that's what works for me. See, it's because I'm selling. So back into the easy mode for me. Like this is just mass make. Like the mass makes. Okay, Flo, Andrea. It's like Devin. Sometimes I call her Devin, sometimes I call her Yolande. These people confuse me, which isn't hard, right? So I don't know who's playing along, but you don't have to do this. You can use paper clips. You don't have to clip them. You can just hold them for a couple of minutes just to make sure that the glue actually sticks. Oh, across the bottom. You could use double-sided tape for this as well, just so you know. And I'm sure you guys have made these before because they've been around for an awfully long time.
I tried it with double stick tape. That was a little bit monotonous. The glue was just as good for me.
Yeah. I don't have double-sided tape. Well, I do, but it's that thick stuff so that you can have, dimension or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Well, hey, come back here. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm excited about selling stuff. don't know why. Probably because A, I don't have to be there. B, I don't have to be there. C, I don't have to be there. I can just leave it there and go back next Saturday and get it.
That's awesome. Hopefully with a nice size check.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with just keeping my name out there,
Yeah.
because I haven't been going to the seniors craft alongs or anything since COVID. And I mean, I do enough volunteer stuff, the journals for, oh, that's way much. Journals for the thrift store, etc. All right.
And I agree with you. I have some that I have used the double stick tape on, and it has really come apart more than even the glue stick.
Really?
But there's a tape called Red Line where it's red plastic coated that you
Okay.
use. That one is much better than any of the others I've ever used.
Okay. Don't use alien tape on your walls.
It sounds like a voice of experience there, Kim.
Well, Ron bought alien tape because it's supposed to be really, really good. So he was playing with it in the shop and he stuck his coffee mug to the desk full. And it stayed there. It stayed there. It came off really easy. Absolutely easy. So he decided to show me how well it works on my Pacific blue living room wall. Sticks it to the wall. And it's like, cool, because we have the big coffee mugs, right? Like they're heavy buggers. They're heavy.
Yeah.
Pardon the language, but they're heavy. So it's like, wow. So he pulls it off and it goes all the way. It even takes off the first layer of the paper on the drywall.
Oh my gosh.
So right on the package, it says don't use on painted walls, not for use on walls. The thing about this tape is it's really sticky. You can wash it off and reuse it. Incredible tape. Just don't stick things to your walls with it because it's brutal.
Wonder what would happen at my house because my walls are all plaster and lath.
I
I
don't
might
know.
have the air coming through.
Yeah, I don't know, but of course, I've got this big white hole circle from where the tape pulled all the paint, the first layer of the drywall. So I put a little picture in it because, it loosened the paint around it. I could peel the paint right off the wall. It's just really cool. But anyway, so I stuck a picture in there. And my kids go, no, take the picture out. It's. So I've got this big white circle. So I just wrote oops in it with a pen. But yeah.
Well, that's good to know, Anne. I've not had any trouble with the red line, but that doesn't mean anything just because I haven't had trouble.
Double-sided carpet tape probably be really good. Yeah, no, not all tapes are equal.
I'll be right back. I've got to go grab a circle punch.
But the alien tape obviously is really good and strong. Just don't use it on painted walls. Okay, let's start with the first one. We're going to take this off. And now we have to put glue to hold the rest of them together. Does that make sense? Because you want it to be like an accordion, so you have to get glue between as well. Right? So wherever it folds open, just put that little line of glue. Probably should have done that all at once, but I wasn't thinking. Does that surprise anybody? Sure.
I'll answer that one.
All right. So now I'm just going to put a clamp on that again so it will hold. And I'm just going to mosey out down the line. So this is a very simple project, but they're cute. I was showing Jean before we were online, and she said that'd be great for sending a kid off to college with a whole bunch of little gift cards in it. I thought that would. That would.
You ever used your paper cutter for a scoreboard?
No, I've tried, and it doesn't seem to work because I'm a klutz. Okay, show me how you do that as a scoreboard.
Well, because I can't see the line from the other side, I'm going to do it on this side where I've already scored it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take a bone folder. I'm in the cutting groove.
Oh, that would work. Except that mine doesn't have a cutting groove. Mine chops it like right off.
Um,
Right? I'll show you. I'll finish gluing these and I'll show you. Because that would be a wonderful thing.
I have one of those too. But it's a big one and it sits on the table. I've had it for years.
Uh-oh. I got glue on. I don't want glue on. Yeah, I love my cutter, but it doesn't. I haven't had luck working with it that way.
So there's my cover.
That's cute. Are you doing like a little folio?
Kind of, yeah. I didn't get enough glue on it. Well, I probably got enough glue. I just didn't get. It had to be fast. I had to be faster
Okay.
because it was a big piece, you know. That OLD stuff. I picked up a prescription today, and I told her my age, and she says or my date of birth. And here goes my age, so y'all really know. She says 1969. I said, "Oh my God, I wish."
Yeah.
You know, I'm at that age now when you fill in something online and you're supposed to scroll for the year, you can just hit it really hard and let it scroll for a while.
Yeah, me too. Me too, me too. Just put my extra clips away. Look, I'm cleaning up after myself. Who am I and what have I done with Kim?
I don't know, but I think when she fell off the screen, you abducted her and came on as her.
Took me to an alternate universe and brought
Yeah.
back an imposter. Okay, so the next step is to do the cover. Now, these are painty papers that I used on these ones. Like, you can feel the texture of it. But they're just still on copy paper, so they're reasonably thin. So I had printed out a whole bunch of my gel prints today. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to use one of those. Or a couple of those. Or, now where did I put them? Look. I got these. Got that
Kim
one.
in Wonderland. Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah, Kim and her rabbit holes, I'm telling you. Oh, well, that was interesting. Don't ask.
Squirrel.
No. I've put the box of envelopes on the stool under my desk and just kicked it, and I have envelopes from here to you know where. Okay, so I'm going to use that as a journal cover. This is going to be a journal cover. This is going to be a journal cover.
Well, my envelopes are a little bit wider than I want them to be. So we can fix that.
And that.
Well, paper cutter.
Those are going to be journal covers. So I can use this And this. Oh, I like that one. And that for these. One more. I need one more. Well, I have printed two of those, so I'm going to use that. So this is an easy part as well. I'm going to pull the cutter out and I'm going to make these into actual rectangular pieces. Take off the white trim. Are we confusing you doing two separate projects, guys? Just asking for a friend.
I used to never want to use copies of anything because I want to use originals, and I still prefer originals.
Me too.
But the Painty papers, that's the way to go.
Yeah. But the thing too is because these are originals, I kind of feel that if I use these, then I can get away with charging that lesser amount for them. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm still going to charge that amount for these, but
Okay, I like these now that I've cut them down. I'm going to put 3 on each side. At this point, I want to leave a little room so this doesn't get too bulky because you can stick stuff in there. But my question is, stereo creativity. I like that. I have to glue aside from where I cut them because they weren't too long. Would it be better to have envelopes like this in their staggered form? Yes, they'll flip like this. But would it be better to have it so that you can put stuff in this way or put stuff in this way? Because I got to glue one of those sides.
good question. I kind of like the side, personally.
I kind of do too. I didn't even think about that until I had to cut these to be a little smaller. What is the box thing?
I don't know.
Side or top? Dun, 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 dun.
Ladies.
I have that same paper trimmer, and I'm not very fond of it.
No?
No. I've jumped the line, had too much paper, and jumped the line more often than not.
Yeah.
I could do one side where it's on the side and one side where they're from the top.
Well, I find that I don't always get it square. It's probably me, but we're not going there. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, Anne says some of each.
Yeah, I kind of think I'd do one side in the square. See, you got me saying your words. One side on the side and one side from the top.
Oh, yeah. Jan says the one on top would work for the side, but would the others work that way? Oh, yeah. The others will definitely work that way.
Yeah, because this will be glued down and it'll flip up, and this will be glued down and it'll flip up. This will be glued down and it'll flip up. So they would all be able to be used from the side.
Yeah, it's probably an operator error. Not only am I bad with technology, I'm bad with this kind of stuff too. I think it's because this is kind of like measuring, and we know how well I do with that.
You know what? Now that I'm playing with this, I'm going to tell you what I think, and you guys can tell me if you think I'm off the wall or just close to the edge. So if I do this one where it comes from the top, It'll be easy to put things in. I'll put the little divot in there. And then do these from the side so you don't have the, if this is full, you won't have that bulk in your way doing it from the top.
Hey, Belinda, welcome, welcome. Home from an appointment? Nice. We are playing envelopes today. Because we both needed something just easy peasy. So I threw a bunch of gel prints onto, or painty papers, or whatever you want to call them, onto the scanner and scanned them in, used it like a copier. For these. For those. See, this will not work as a scoreboard, right? Because it's right to the edge. I have no thinny lines to do that with anywhere, unless I use it like right against this edge. But
I think my blade is about dead in this one. That's the best part of that one, is you don't have to keep replacing the blade.
Huh. Okay, so now we have these, right? I've got one glued together in the middle. We'll just gently come in and pry that open. Oh, I've got two of them glued gently in the middle. Okay, so we've got these little accordion thingies happening now. They're so cute. So the easiest way to do this, I find, is you turn this onto the wrong side. Now we're going to glue all the way around this, and we are going to put it right in the bottom corner at the edge. And then we're going to trim off this paper. Yes, that's what we're going to do. You know what? All's good. We're going to glue it down.
Okay, another question.
Hi, Susan.
Should I decorate these, cover them before I put them in, or leave them to, if you're going to use it like an ephemera keeper, you may want to write on this, but it is kind of boring. But you go adding the cardstock, and you're really going to get some bulk in there.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either. You know what? We're experimenting, so yes, that's what we'll do. We'll experiment.
Okay, so I have glued this. We're going to put it, this is its open side. We're putting it right against the edge. Right against the edge.
I hate it when I have to think.
You know what? Why don't you leave? Just do the top one. Decorate the top one. And leave the other two blank that they can decorate, you know, just give them an idea. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you've got like little labels, you can put a little label on them.
Mm-hmm.
And don't write on the label. Just a thought.
Well, if I wouldn't have used cardstock and just had some printables or something and done that, it probably would have been a lot better
Yeah.
because I wouldn't have that bulk. Because then when you lift these up after they're glued down, you see this white too. And then this side is white too. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers of cardstock that's going to be in.
Yeah. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah. So let me rethink that. And I could also take these and take another envelope or two and put them together and just put it all together and make it so it fits in with an elastic,
Perfect.
and then you can pull it out.
Perfect.
I'm going to try that because then the cover will still be there for something else if that doesn't work. So off to the side, you beautiful cover. We're going to, oh, I still need to make sure I get the right size envelopes. A little bit smaller.
Right. So now we've got it glued to here. Now we're going to put glue on this side and fold it up and glue it.
Yes, and thinking is very hard some days. I just sometimes want to do something different that's not everybody else is doing, you know?
Yeah. I thought of some sort of like little folio kind of things too. Thought could be a great idea. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this off. You know what? I'm going to use my rotary cutter because I've got it right here. Okay, so we've got it glued to the front. Now we're going to put glue on the back. Again, I just use Selmer's Glue All for everything. That's who I am. So then we're just going to take it and we're going to fold it up. So now we've got it. So we've got these lovely little pocket things that all open up. Little accordion file folder. And then this piece, I'm going to take this extra, I'm going to fold it in half or just down to there. Leave a little bit of a space. We're going to put some glue on that in a minute. And then we're going to put like some Velcro or something here so that the flat is double strong. I'm going to use Velcro on this one. So we're going to glue this down. So that will be nice and strong. And I'm going to get just my little dots of Velcro. And I'm just going to put little dots of Velcro on there. And there you have it. Just a cute little pouch thing of envelopes. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to do with the other ones as well. I'm just going to use Velcro. Of course, you can decorate these any way you want. But because I'm trying to do this in a semi-hurry, Look, I even have little Velcro squares. This is stuff that from my neighbor moving. I have so much stuff. Ah, see, I ripped that. That would have been a lovely journal closure. Sheesh. Yeah, Jan. And the cool thing is you can, if you're doing it for somebody for Valentine's Day or whatever, put hearts on the front, right? And then you could write little love notes. I mean, if you want to do it bigger so that there's one for every month of the year, you could do that too. You don't have to limit yourself to 3. I just like 3 because it's just a nice, light little size, right? So I don't know how well this glue is. I'm just going to add some additional glue to it because I can. There. And the easy way to do it so that it's on both sides, they match, is you stick them together. Really, you do. You stick it down on top of that one, add the glue, and press it down. And I'm doing it closer to the edge. Uh-oh, it's not straight. Doing it closer to the edge because once you've got stuff in there, it's going to be that little bit thicker, so you want it still to be able to close. We're going to let that glue set. These are too short. I want to make sure that they stay put. So I'll just clamp it. We'll just call this here Jed, or maybe Granny. I don't know. Ellie Mae?
I'm laughing because when Gary came home, not yesterday, the day before, he asked me what in the world was I watching, because that's what I was watching. I couldn't hear anything, so I figured an old TV show was going to be louder. So I found that, and so this last night he comes in and he turns the TV up to 100, and I said, "Lord, that's loud." And he says, "That's what you were listening to it at yesterday."
Oh no. So I'm just opening these up because I did get a little bit of blue seepage to the top, so they kind of stuck together. But yeah, very simple to make. Very, very simple to make. Take an envelope, seal it, fold it in half, glue at the tops and at the bottoms, glue it down on your cover paper that you want to use.
And in addition, it would also be a great ephemera holder too.
It would. If you had ephemera in small amounts, or if you were taking to travel and you just wanted to take a little bit of stuff along with you.
I don't know. Have you ever done that where you've taken just the smidgen amount of stuff? I love doing art with the limited supplies.
Yes, I have. I have. I'll show you what I have if I can find the blessed thing. I've got a Ziploc bag of things to doodle on. You know how I stamp things on book pages and then I doodle on them?
Uh-huh.
So I've got a bag of things to doodle on and just some blank book pages because, I like to decorate just book pages as is. And then I have a little Ziploc. It's not a Ziploc. It used to live right there, but I cleaned my desk. And who knows where it is now. That's sad because I will want it and I don't know where it is. Anyway, it's got a zipper, three sides, and I can just put maybe 6 or 7 gel pens and a couple of pencils in there, along with that little bag. It's only about half an inch deep. Perfect. Perfect little thing to carry along. Oh, you're punching holes? See, I thought of doing the hole punch on these, but I never have. It's kind of like work. Kind of like work. So again, I'm just going to cut the excess off. The thing with these little envelopes, I could probably, look, I could get two out of one sheet of paper. Yeah, almost like a little cosmetic bag kind of thing. Let's just line that up. Just above this here yellow line. Rotary cutter. Stuff with stickers and stock bits, die cuts. Oh my, Anne, that's awesome. I have a blue bin beside me, and the blue bin beside me is full of, you know how I keep all my stuff in little shot cups and stuff? It is full of those with bits in them. Absolutely crazy full with that. Okay, so now we're doing this one. I glued the front, now we can glue the back. Often found and used at thrift store. Yeah. Oh, so many things. So many things. So I have decided this is going to be the only sales kind of spiel you're going to get from me. I am going to make digis for stickers or um, whatever. I'm doing digis, and I'm going to be selling Kimbit digis. Um, what was I going to say? I'm not going to be doing like my big critters. Like there'll be a couple of Goonie birds, cats, that kind of thing, but it's not going to be my entire collection. If that makes sense.
Because then you'd have to use it.
Yeah.
And you
The
couldn't.
other reason being is because I still want to do that kids book with the Goonie birds.
Yeah.
So the ones going for the kids book would not be included, but a lot of the ones that we do on here would be, like the professor and the doctor and stuff. The robots.
What
Some
about Marianne?
Arden,
What about Marianne?
Marianne.
You said the professor and.
Oh, oh yeah. And Gilligan.
Yeah.
I don't have a Gilligan, but we've got like we had some professional Goonie birds the other day, so yeah. Anyway, that's my thinking. I'm going to do the ones for Malia, and the first ones are going as the fundraising sale, and after the sale, I will open an Etsy store with stuff. Or I will try, anyway. You know, you know how things go. But that's my plan. Because I got a lot of bits, guys. Hokey Dinah. And they're just sitting there in that back box, in the back 40.
Now they can be loved and used.
Yeah. And was that a secret place or a safe place? Okay, so if that was Jed, this one could be Granny. I don't know that I'm going to cut that. You know what? I'm just going to use these two because I've got them. They're cut. They'll fit. And then I can just chop these up and use them to stuff pockets in a journal. There we go. Which professor was a war hero? Did I miss something in chat? Oh, you're going to make me scroll. Find the cursor. More beads? I've got, it's not that I have secret places, I've got someplace safe, many someplace safes. Forgot a place. I love seed beads. And ICU is a stressful place. Definitely.
I spend a lot of time in the NICU with my grandson.
So did I explain this? Oh, Gilligan. Okay. Did I explain this easy enough, guys, that you could do it? Inquiring minds need to know. I'm waiting to see Jean's flip through things. She's concentrating. She's not flapping the way I am. Okay, good. Just in case you guys want to do this on your own, you know. I like it when I can get the explanation easy enough that it's relatable. So again, one sheet of 8.5 by 11 printed paper or painty paper or whatever will do 2 of these little beasties. So it really is a cheap bit of ephemera thing. I can explain it to you really quick, Belinda. And I've done this before. So you take your envelopes, the short ones. This is a legal size. You want the shorter envelopes. These ones, the little ones. So then you stick them closed. Make sure that these tippy ends underneath have glue on them so that they don't get in the way. So then you cut off this edge, not the folded edge. You want to keep the folded edge the way it is, but you cut this side open. So I cut all mine for the little ones at 3 inches on my cutter. You could hand cut, you could wobble cut, do what your heart desires. So then what you do is you put a little bit of glue at the top and a line of glue at the bottom. And then you stick them together like this. So you do between each layer, like right? So you got a little bit of glue at the top and a line of glue at the bottom between each envelope. Oh, see, I wanted this one in the middle. Terrible, Kim. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so you've got this. Does that make sense, Belinda? Guess this one's going to end up staying home. Anyway, whatever. So you do that. Then you've got your painty paper or your gel print or whatever. And you glue it even at the top where it opens. Glue down. And then you glue the back. Wrap it around and glue the back. Then you take this extra length, because it was an 8.5 by 11, but you can get 2 out of it. You fold that down and glue it down, or you put a brad in, whatever way you want to close it. These ones, I use brads and buttons, or, I sewed them on. And then I glued it. Oh, look, see? That's that glue stick. This is why I don't like glue sticks. I better make sure they're all good before I take them. Okay. And then you could do like a tie. You could put 2 little buttons on and do one of those loopy strings. But it's just fast, simple, done. Just something to do with envelopes. I just buy these at the dollar store, $1.75 for 75 of that size. When you're only using 3 envelopes at a time, that's a lot of these that you can make. Grease on finger resists glue? It does. Jean's just having a blast.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do this instead of other stuff.
I know.
I mean, I'm thinking, but it's not the same kind of thinking,
Yeah. Yep. I do know. So then I'm using Velcro, so I'm just putting a little thing of Velcro down. And then I put the other piece on top. Add a little bit more glue. And I do it kind of close to the edge, because if you stuff these little pockets, you need it to be able to have some give, because it is an accordion folder, right?
If you used the regular size envelopes in whole and did it long way, it would hold a lot of stuff too.
It would. It would. But I like these little pocket ones. And of course, like I say, you can decorate them any way you like, but they're just a nice, handy little thing. Yeah. Of course, use any kind of gel paper, whatever, gel print. I'm just using printed copy paper, and it works good.
Yeah, I tried to line up my circles, but it didn't happen. It might have happened if I'd have flipped this one the other direction, but that's okay. So you have the cover, and then you have this piece that can go inside. It can't go that way. It can only go this way. And you can put it in with an elastic. You can close it anyhow you want. You could just and I might do that, put a little circle thingy with a string so that it can be gator mouth and still shut. And I'm just going to put that in with an elastic, like a Midori style. And that way you can fill these up and if you need to take it out and they get yucky after it's been used for a while, then you can make another one and you still have your pretty cover. But it's got a pocket here, which is from the envelope, and then this one opens from the top, from the side, and from the side. Same thing here, top, side, and side. I kind of like this.
That's very cute. That
And
turned
I
out.
did it by myself.
Yay!
I kind of want to glue these down just as decoration.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know that I would stick anything in there other than if I was going to. I want to close this. I don't want to put any marks. Stick a pin in there,
Right.
but I don't think I'd do that either. Thanks, Linda. I really kind of like this.
It
You know
is
how
very
long
cute.
it's been since I made something book-like that I really liked?
That's awesome.
Because I didn't follow anybody's idea. I just seen things and made things go the way I wanted them to go.
Yep,
And
that's one way to do it.
this doesn't have to be for ephemera. What if you took this and you matted and you put, say you have 6 grandkids, you put one on each one, and then inside the pockets you just write a little note to them or a little story about them or something.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. There's a lot of potential here.
There is. There really is. There really is. I like it. I like it.
Thanks, Ian.
So, as I say, we've done this one before, but I really liked what Jean did there. That turned out so cute.
And it was just off the top of my head. Well, I had to get a little further down in the brain than the top, but not going to glue this down. Yep, it's a mini waterfall on each side, but yet this is removable, and you could make a signature to put in here too.
You could.
Just some paper and you know this could be your birthday month book. January, February, March, April, and you could put that addresses of everyone with their birthdays in there and their stamps, and then all you have to do is find cards, pull this out the first of the month, get the cards, and boom.
Beautiful. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome, Jan.
Oh, that's awesome, Jan. It's definitely nice having neighbors like that. Really is. Ron normally does one of our neighbors, like he'll snow blow their driveway because we need to snow blow here. And unfortunately, Ron's back is out, so another neighbor has been doing it, which is nice. Like our neighborhood's really good for that. So I'm glad that you've got somebody that will do that for you.
Anybody has any really cool envelope book ideas or whatever, send them to me. I have a lot of envelopes, and I like to send out kits with ideas, not just supplies.
Well, what about that? Like, just doing it this way, like I did. Just a whole bunch of envelopes the same size. You just fold them and use them as pages with built-in pockets. And then you can just decorate.
Yeah, I have that instructions too, but I don't like just one thing. Everything should have more than one use.
Oh, definitely.
And I just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of go weird with that.
Well, there was that flip floppy one that I was doing. Oh, it was like a 4-hour video. Anne was here and put up with me the whole length of time. This one, this one. My goodness. I started decorating it actually. So this is the big brown envelope, actually two of them, right? Kind of overlapping, right?
Uh-huh.
Then you open it this way, and I've got, you can put stuff in the big brown envelope here. I've got little envelopes down the sides. Oh, I guess it's upside down. Okay. Right? So you've got little envelopes here, and this is actually, I cut it so that you can tuck all the way down to the bottom. Then I've got this piece of paper that, it's just a flip with some pockets. Then I've got all these opened up envelopes just to use as journal pages, and they're just in with string, right? They're just in with string, and they're not even to this spine. They're on their own little spine, right? So then on this side, you open up the envelope, and we've got a big flippy envelope here where you can tuck stuff in that envelope. I've got this, which is an envelope folded in half so that you've got the tuck spots. This one opens this way, and it's that accordion thing like I just did with that. These are all envelopes folded in half and then just wobble cut for interesting edges. And they are done on like an accordion style sheet of paper so that, and then the paper is just glued down flat on both sides. And then this one, like I say, flips up. It's an envelope. This
That's
one,
cool.
right? And then this one is those like you. I hadn't put up with them. I was playing like 4 hours. I was just playing. And then I've got the three envelopes down here that. So again, I just started with the two big brown envelopes, and I just made a couple of 1 inch spines and just built up
Yeah,
because I'm a
that's
child.
cool.
And seriously, I was doing what you did today, except that mine was 4 hours worth. Burst fracture? Oh no. Oh, back pain's nasty. Sorry to hear that. Oh, broke your back and 8 bones from ankle to toes. That's not very nice at all. Not fun. Okay, so we're back. This is my last one. Yeah, maybe we need to do a couple of series on. I'll do a flippy floppy, a quick flippy floppy as soon as I've got this one glued down. Because I have this bin of envelopes at my feet.
And you don't have to use an envelope as an envelope. It could just
No,
be a nice heavy piece of paper.
it can. That's why I've got all those ones opened up that can just be used as whatever.
Yeah. I think and I want to do something with these littler envelopes just because they're little.
You're fuzzy, you're fuzzy, you're fuzzy.
Oh no.
Yeah, little envelopes are fun to use. They're great for those waterfalls and things.
Oh, you silly camera.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Yeah, a pie, but
you need small bites? Yeah, that one that I just showed Marguerite, that was, I don't know what I was thinking. It was just, oh, and let's try this. Let's see if this works. And It was more than a rabbit hole. It was crazy. Okay, this is the last one of these. All right. This is awesome because I am going to take these with me tomorrow and see if I can sell them. And if can't, you know what? They'll go in journals. That's what I just tuck them in pockets and journals. Fun, fun, fun. All right. So, a flippy floppy something. My little wee envelopes are way over at the back there. I'm just going to crawl under my desk. I'll be back.
Do we need to light a candle?
Oh, maybe. Oh, my goodness gracious. But those were the cute little envelopes. These ones, little 3-inch squares or whatever. I have a lid for the glue. No, I don't. What? What? Oh my goodness. Anybody see my glue lid? Did I drop it? Oh, it's an adventure in this rabbit hole today. Well, that isn't good. Let's there it is. It's hiding behind the yes man. Woo-hoo. I'm going to die cut a short-term stencil for. I would use cardstock. Definitely cardstock. You can get lots of uses out of a cardstock stencil.
The more paint it gets on it, the longer it's going to last you.
Yeah. I use a lot of cardstock stencils. You guys know that. Oh, thanks, Jan. You know, I don't know how concerned I am about selling. It's more to keep my name out there in the neighborhood because I haven't been doing any of the local craft shows or anything. So, and I'm not going to the seniors craft alongs. Now they've got them Tuesday afternoons at 1:00, of course. So, there's no way I'm going to make it. It was on Wednesdays, so I would go occasionally, but yeah. Okay, let's make a flippy floppy. Oh, I just dumped more. I will crawl under my desk later. So I've got some this size. Don't know that I want to use that. It's got my. So, what do you do, Jean, when you've got the windows? Do you collage around them? What do you do?
I did one where I left them open, and it just was crazy to try to cut around it and make sure you could see through them and all that. And then I did one where I didn't, and I liked it much better.
Yeah. Because I find it pretty difficult to, and they get pretty mucked up.
Yeah.
So it'll just be inside and make noise. I like that idea too. So these ones are open at one end. They're used. I will open the other end maybe. I got these little ones that actually have flaps. Oh, I have an idea. I've got these. I've got those big ones. And those ones. And those ones. Those don't have flaps. Okay, I'm going to put these back and take 2 of the brand spanking new ones. Because they've got flaps that I can use. Kimberly. And then I'm going to go around the corner and grab a big brown envelope. Big brown envelope. We're going to have a little bit of fun with this.
I'm kind of basting a book together.
You basting?
Basting.
Like a turkey?
No, like basting it, sewing it.
Yeah. I knew. I'm just being a pain in the butt. Did it work?
So far so good.
Big brown envelope. Can't even get it out of the package. Oh, look, there's another box of those legal envelopes in there, too. They're everywhere. Okay.
Envelopes multiply. Have you not heard that?
Oh, they obviously do.
Yes.
So I'm going to take this envelope. I'm going to fold it in half.
That's why you have so many different sizes. It's because they have babies at different times of the year.
Yeah. I'm on a nice, crispy kind of fold. All right. So I'm going to glue this down because I have a plan. Yeah, I like using the cardstock. That way too, if I get sick of a stencil, I can just chop it up and use it as texture on things because it has cool colors on it by the time I'm done. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to just open up both sides. I'm going to run it on the cutter. I'm just going to take a bit off.
So I have it basted together and I think I like it. I'm not sure if it's enough yet. But by basting I mean just a bit of glue so I can pick it apart. So you open it up here. Not all of them are going to be pockets, but some are. And then you do that. Oh, I didn't get this one glued in. Do that real quick. Right there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to have to be glued down here better than what it's doing. And then, oh, I know what I've done wrong. There we go. I glue it here, not here. And then this one comes in, but it also comes out.
Perfect. I like it. I was just going to do something very, very similar. Starting with the largest envelopes first. Glue it down.
I kind of like having a small one on top. I don't know why. I must like odd covers, That's just all there is to it.
Yeah. So I'm going to glue it this way. Right against the edge. Just on the flap. So I folded it the other way. Not so that it'll close, but so it stays open backwards. Oh, look, my glue dried. Couldn't find the cap. Come on. Oh, we're going to have a day. Well, aren't you just a special piece of... We're going to take this glue and we're going to put it away. And we're going to grab this glue. And I'm going to glue this whole thing down. This is really sticky glue. It's an Elmer's Craft Bond. It's very sticky. I'm going to put that right against the edge of this envelope. Kind of in the middle. Oh well, if it's not caring. Okay, so big card envelope there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Envelopes are really fun to play with, guys. You know, you just take a bunch, you just layer them, play. You can make some very interesting contraptions. Okay, again, I glued it. I want it so that I can get in this way. And I'm putting it on this side. And if it matches, it matches. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Glue it down. Didn't get it quite to the edge. It's glued down, I'm not going to worry about it. Now I'm going to take these ones. These don't have a nice flip thing, right? Like there's no real opening. It's just flat, very cheap. Let's just fold this paper a couple of times and make an envelope out of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fold that flat backwards so that we can get into here. And I'm going to use a hole punch, circle punch thing to create a nice thumb hole in that. So again, I'm folding it backwards. And I'm going to take a hole punch, this big circular punch. And I'm going to get as close to the middle as I can without measuring, eyeballing, and hoping for the best. Good. See, my punches are not cutting nicely. I need another piece of paper to shove in there. Another piece or 6. This is really nice and thick. I'll use this. So I'm going to take this here piece of paper and I'm going to stick it so that, you know what, I'm going to have to cut that. This is how, oh, you know what? I'm just going to take this piece and I'm going to fold it in half. What the heck was cutting it? What am I thinking? Look at that. Just fold it in half. Stick it in the envelope. These envelopes are really flimsy. No wonder they're so cheap. It's okay. You can always cover it with painty papers or something else. Look at how nice that cuts when it's thick. I don't understand. So I've got a nice thumb hole here. Now I'm going to take this one and I am going to stick it down at this fold going this way. I'm going to do it about 1/4 of an inch, stick it down about 1/4 of an inch away from the fold so that when it's folded, it's not interfering. So let's take the strip off and we'll just glue. And just like I said, about 1/4 of an inch from the fold. Oh, that's way far. And kind of wipe the glue up before you stick your envelope down, otherwise it's not going to flip flat. Now we're going to do the same thing with this envelope. We're going to take this piece of paper and put it in this way. hold it at the edge, cut a thumb hole. Kind of eyeball it to see if it's in the middle. We're winging it. We're winging it. Oh no.
Yep, I liked how mine went, so I'm putting it together. And I'm still adding stuff in there.
And then we're going to do this the same way on this side. This is going to be a symmetrical. I don't know what it's going to be when it grows up, guys.
Symmetrical?
I know. Who am I?
I know.
Well, so far it's symmetrical. We're not sure what's going to happen in a minute.
Can you get me Ron's phone number? I want to make sure he checks on you.
And again, about a quarter of an inch away. And I just did it backwards. Take that off quick. Oh, it's not coming. This way. This way. Silly rabbit. Oh, Tim, what is your problem?
Did you bump your head when you got under your desk?
No.
Okay. Just
I
checking
have
on
no
you.
excuse for this today, guys. None. I had a good sleep. I'm not medicated. There should be no excuse for this. There. So now we've got that. Right? So we've got this because we opened up that envelope. Open it. We've got this. Flip it this way. We've got this. This one can actually go on top of that one to hold it down a little bit if we want. We've got this and this and this. And we've got smaller envelopes to add randomly throughout. Because I just kicked the box over and dumped everything on the floor. You know, I cleaned this last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would never know. We'll just put that on the floor now because I can. All right, so then we've got this size envelope. And we've got these size envelopes. I don't know if they're the same size or not. Look, they're the same, except these have writing all over it. So you have to use something a little thicker to go over. It's okay. Okay, we'll just move these ones back into the box. And how do we want to put these ones on? We could put them against the edge here. So then it will go like this. You know, if I glue this like this, talking out loud, and I'm narrating because I do this when I'm thinking things through. So if I glue this one down this way, I can still get into here, but I can also put some glue down the sides here, so I've got another pocket as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm not worried about whether these are pockets or not, actually, until I get the structure together.
They can just be pages.
Yep.
Or I could do it over here. Oh, I kind of like that. Kind of like that. So this is just, I'm just adding envelopes because I've got all these different sized envelopes. I'm not sure what it's going to be when it grows up, but it could just be something interesting, and that's all that matters. So I'm putting that pretty darn close to where I did this one. So it's almost like a little book already. So I've got this page and it's a pocket. And I got this page and it's a pocket. Does that make sense? It's white. It's hard to see.
That's
Maybe
why
I
I
can,
chose colored envelopes for this one. So
yeah,
here's what I've got. Come up a little bit. So it opens here.
yeah,
These could be pockets, but they could be completely covered too.
yeah.
And then, okay, like this, and then this one, and this one comes out,
Oh, I like that.
and this one goes over, and this one comes out, and comes out again. I didn't do the flip where you could do the back and all that. I wanted just to do something of my own. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm not going to fold it yet because if you put papers on here, it's going to get thicker, and I don't know how much of a spine to leave it. I
Right.
might just put a piece of cardstock in it to give it a little more structure.
Yeah.
But I want to take this and put a hole with an eyelet here or a button on both sides, and
Great.
that'll be how it closes.
That's cool.
I don't know if it'll be this way or this way, but I want it, it's going to be like a separate piece. It's not going to be attached.
Cool.
I think.
You think?
I think it's going to be the cover to close it. Whether it's going to be attached or not is yet to be determined.
Yeah. Then
But I like it. And there isn't, it doesn't all have to be pockets. Like these probably will be because, or at least this one, this is a good heavy envelope. But some of them are covered up enough to where this would be a good pocket.
Yeah.
And this may have to be something because I had to cut it to get it in there. It was a little too wide. I don't know because I know covering them and trying to keep their pockets. I mean, you don't have to. You can, you can cover them like this and then just make it a pocket. You don't have
Right.
to try to maneuver around that, which is not something we always think about, but it definitely makes it easier. I think I'll cover it actually because I still have that tablet sitting here or pad, scrapbook paper.
Nice.
So there is one more that I pulled out that I was going to get rid of. Let me see if it's a different color.
So this one, I don't want the glue. I'm going to cut it off just straight past the glue. There's a reason for this. I'm going to do that with all four of these. I have an idea. I'm not worried about it being too exact. Look, I'm getting all kinds of little bits of paper here.
Most of the reason I don't like these papers is they're glittery and gold on them, and I just soon not have that. I don't know why.
Wrong glue. So I'm just gluing these to the back so that I've got a double layer, and that's going to be a pocket. This is just going to be a bundle of pockets.
You like pockets.
I like pockets.
I like pockets. I don't like to fill pockets.
Oh, I like to fill pockets. I need so much little stuff that I love to fill pockets. I do. I like all the little hidey writing places, right? Like So again, I'm just gluing these flaps to the backs, which would be the front of the envelope actually, but you know. Now, these long ones that I've got, I'm going to glue one here as a pocket with the top and one here pocket at the top. So I'm going to glue this little one 3 sides. And I'm going to kind of center it up here. And I'm going to do the same thing down here, 3 sides. Lots of pockets in this one. Pockets and envelopes and, you know. Now I'm going to do the same on this one. So this would be great for ephemera as well. I keep going for this glue, guys. I like the white glue so much more. Let's just put this over here until you can deal with it. Oi! So again, I'm just gluing around 3 edges. And it's going on here as a pocket. And this one as a pocket. This would be a nice one to take along for with things to embellish in it.
Huh?
You know, so that I've got all kinds of whatever I feel like doing. Because sometimes I don't feel like doing one of those painted blocks that I've got. Right? So I could have a variety of little things to embellish. And, you know, that would be a wonderful thing, just a take along.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking about. This is to fill it with some of my little ATCs that I doodle on.
Right.
And when we travel or go even for just a long weekend, Gary hits breweries. He
Okay.
likes homemade beers.
Yeah.
And I don't drink beer, so boring in there for me.
Yeah.
I usually work in a journal or something. And this is pretty. People would stop and see it and say, "Oh."
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to consider this one complete. I will decorate it, of course. This one's for me. So I've got for big pages for doodling on. Then I've got this one. This one. These two, plus I've got the text behind them. I did them, you know, so I've got. Then I've got this one. Got a whole big blank space here. So maybe what I can do is just take a piece of paper and just have it as a pocket that goes this way. We'll see. We'll see. And so far, I think that I like it so that the little one's down, this goes across, and this kind of holds it in place. It seems to work better for when you open it, things aren't all floppy. So again, I've got that on this side. This envelope, the 2 little envelopes where I left it so that I've got pockets behind, and this envelope. And again, I've got this space. So I could either put a couple more of these kind of envelopes in or not. definitely needs a piece of cardstock on the front and a piece of cardstock on the back because it's pretty floppy. But look at all the little pockets I've made for taking bits that I need to embellish. Like all my little fish and my bows and those little calendar things where I like writing, have lunch with the llama today kind of thing, right? All right. So if I had this and my thing for pens, wherever the heck it turned out to be, because I always make a couple of pens, couple of pencils, gel pens, couple of markers, like a variety. And every time I take something different. But even if I was just going upstairs to work, having stuff together like this would be an absolute blessing. I like it.
I've been doing stitching when I watch TV.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've been crocheting lately.
I did a little bit of crocheting. I like to take that in the car. But I've been crocheting around those little bone rings.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have an idea, but I keep laying it out and trying it. And I'm like, really? You think that's going to work?
Yeah. Well, I had a bunch of paint on my palette left over the other day. So I did a whole bunch more angel dresses or those little stick lady dresses. So those need to be doodled on. So those will be good to have in here. I can go in the big one, actually. This way I can take them up. Needed master copies on CDs? Awesome. That's awesome. I haven't tried playing with CDs, really. And then when I was at ladies' chat night, again, like I said, I had all this leftover paint because I finally did my ATCs for the swap for Joni for January. And my partner and I decided on doing sunsets. Well, I've got a stinking binder full of ATCs. You think I had a single sunset in there? Not a one. Not a one. So I quickly painted some ATCs on book page, like the sunsets, so I could send them out to her. They're gone now. Yay! And so anyway, I had leftover paint. So I did a whole bunch of things to doodle on, some flowers and...
I didn't sign up this month.
No.
I'm a little bit slow in getting Jan's posted. I have the picture, but life just keeps getting in my way.
I know. Well, she keeps pairing me with strangers, so I do try and get them out at a decent rate. Is that the word I'm looking for? Rate?
Well, I try to too, but Jan's, I'm sorry. She knows. I thought it was out, and I totally lost the envelope. I didn't lose it. I knew where it was. I kind of lost it. I just thought it already went out. You know what happens when you get OLD.
Yeah. Those are going to be fun leaves. When I was painting these leaves and flowers, I'm going, now I want to do some floral collage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't done that for a while. Okay, so I've got those to doodle on. So I think what I will do, I've got an idea. These are the ones that I'm going to doodle on. And then this very back one, those will be the complete ones. So all I have to do is just take them and put them in the bins.
Great
Look,
idea.
organized. Who am I? Something happened to me in my sleep, I think, guys.
I think I'm going to throw this glue stick away.
It's not a good glue stick.
No.
Okay. Oh, righty heck. I still have to do that video for the Valentine's hop, too.
For the what?
Valentine's Day zine hop. So I've got to record a 15-minute video on a zine about love. Valentine's Day thing. So I know what I want to do. I've got my stuff ready to go. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do a video in 15 minutes.
Well, if it's a little bit longer and you want me to edit it, I can do that for you.
That would be very cool. Because they wanted me to show how I make my zine. Well, I was just going to do the, regular 8-fold, slice the top, fold it up, and do it. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I can. I was actually playing with the recording thing on my computer, my camera, and it picked up my furnace noise. It picked up everything. So I don't know if it's using my big microphone or if it's using the camera microphone. I've got a feeling it's picking up my camera microphone.
Mm-hmm. So I went from the blue to be the closure to the purple because it mixes better with my paper.
I like it. See, you're good at colors. I just throw things together and whatever. Like, I have zero color sense, to be honest. That's why I do things all in monochrome colors. Like when I was doing the snippet rolls and things,
Mm-hmm.
because I am so bad at. Huh, I have no idea where my bag of doodles to
I
do.
don't exactly follow the color wheel. My two the my two least favorite colors together are blue and orange,
I
and they're
love
supposed to go together, but I can't stand the look of it.
I love blue and orange together. See, like I can take these watercolor blobs out of the envelope, out of the thing, and cut them in strips and put them in there, and I could do my mushrooms and flowers and whatever, right? Right. Look at me. More stuff all in one place instead of 900.
Yay!
This is that kids' tempera paint, so it's like chalk, comes off on your
Mm-hmm.
fingers. Nasty. Nasty stuff. Oh, is the sound of this bothering anyone? Am I here?
Yes, you're here.
Okay. Is the cutting paper sound bothering anybody? I could mute my. Nope. Okay. So I do this kind of thing, and I have stacks of it to doodle on. And have I done it? No. Have I used the stuff that I have done? No.
Did I just eat a whole package of cookies? Yes.
Oh, I don't have cookies.
This is my lunch.
Ah, I was
Not
very
the person
bad.
that used to eat cookies, but
I'm going to have lots of purple doodle things. Um, I was bad and made bacon and eggs.
mm, that sounds good. I've always liked my eggs sunny side up or over easy. I'm just not never been a big scrambled egg person.
Yeah,
And when I had my granddaughter here, that's what she wanted was scrambled eggs.
yeah,
So that's what we did. I was like, oh, these are really good. And I've been eating scrambled eggs ever since.
nice.
Oh, look, I just was thinking I had to throw it away and it just fell out. I'm not digging it out of that one.
No, nope, nope, nope. Wow. See, guys, I have so much stuff. Maybe I should, Linda, I still haven't sent your stuff to you. I am just I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Maybe I'll just make a whole bunch of doodle stuff and stuff an envelope and pop it in the mail. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I sure would like to know where that other bag of stuff went. That's the problem with cleaning. You actually put things where you think you'll remember where you put them, and you don't. Well, I don't.
That's what I have to do when I get off of here is I got 5 boxes from Amazon for the hardest that I have to go put into inventory.
Ah,
And it's going to require some rearranging, a lot of rearranging.
yeah. Shredded cheese in your scrambled eggs? Oh, yeah. Those are good. Those are good. Definitely. I ran out of almond butter, and that's what I usually have for breakfast is almond butter on toast. And so I've been poaching eggs in the microwave because they're fast and simple. Like, they take 50 seconds and your egg is cooked, soft boiled kind of thing. So that's what I have been having. My eggs. And I
I
like my baked omelets.
I put shredded cheese on my scrambled eggs too because I'm trying to cut back on salt. So
Yeah,
I don't salt my eggs, but the cheese has enough salt that it doesn't. You can't tell.
right. That's right. Oh, look, more envelopes. Okay. First of all, where's that one that you stuck down, Kim? Because you don't want it back in the bin. This one is stuck down. This one's stuck down. All right. You don't like runny eggs? Oh, I love runny eggs. I love mopping them up with my toast. Or soldiers. Like, my mom used to cut the toast in little thin strips. And she called them soldiers, and we dunked them in our eggs. It was weird.
Mm,
I don't know why they were called soldiers. Jen, are you still here? Did your mom do that?
I love. I prefer when I order them in a restaurant. I order them over medium
Yeah,
because um, usually they come out just how I want them.
right.
If I order them sunny side up, and Some states you can't order eggs sunny side up.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, because of the salmonella thing?
I guess, but it's happened to me before.
Huh.
But anyway, um, something else that I like that my dad always did, and I used to think it was disgusting. I love to put my um, over easy egg on top of my pancakes,
Ooh.
syrup and all. Oh man, that's it's just a flavor I can't describe.
Well, I grew up putting ketchup on my French toast. It makes everybody here gag when I do that. But I like ketchup on my French toast.
I have a cousin who put ketchup on everything, even chicken and dumplings.
Oh, my daughter put it on pierogies and on peas. We were having that discussion on Wednesday, actually, when they were here. It's hilarious.
My grandson, the oldest one, puts ketchup on green beans.
Oh, that's interesting.
And when I make a roast potatoes and carrots, my husband puts ketchup on carrots.
Oh,
I think that's just gross.
yeah.
So, what do you put on cottage cheese?
Pepper.
I put sugar. He thinks that's gross.
Well, I know people who put salt on watermelons. That's gross.
I've done that. I'd prefer to have a cantaloupe, though.
Pardon?
I'm not a big watermelon person at all. Boy, my cut jobs aren't very good today.
Me either. But mine never are. That's why I wobble cut. Salt on cottage cheese? You put salt on cottage cheese? I like my cottage cheese with chopped up tomatoes and pepper or cucumber, chopped up cucumber. But my favorite's chopped up, diced up tomatoes.
But
Ooh.
I do like when I go to a restaurant and they've got a good salad bar,
Oh yeah.
I will put cottage cheese on top of my salad.
Oh yeah.
I love that. So I don't always have it's good with peaches or pineapples.
Yes. Actually, I like taking cream cheese and mixing up crushed pineapple in it.
Mm.
My mom was a travel agent. So she traveled all over the place. And one place she was at, they had cottage cheese with mashed up strawberries and pineapple, crushed up pineapple in it. And they spread it on banana bread. And then they would layer like kiwi or whatever and make like a fruit sandwich out of it. Doesn't that sound good?
Doesn't sound too bad as long as it's banana bread and not the bananas.
No, no, it's banana bread. Actually, I think it would be really good with like Nutella spread on it and then the fruit instead of the cottage cheese and fruit.
Not a Nutella fan either.
Well, I'm just thinking, chocolate. I think it needs to have chocolate. Yeah. So these envelopes here. I'm going to do them the same kind of way as we did those little folded things. I'm just going to put some glue at the top, glue it down on three sides, and have it so that I've got little pockets. It's a good way to use these up and to fill in this blank space. So I've got a bazillion pockets in this thing, which is cool. I think a sandwich made with banana bread would be lovely.
I watched a video short the other day, and I don't know if it was sarcasm or what. Sometimes sarcasm is wasted on me, but um, she said it's a new style of sandwich. And basically, she took everything you'd put on a submarine sandwich
Yeah,
and, three, four, five different meats, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, pickles, peppers,
yeah.
and chopped the heck out of it and then put it on bread.
What the heck out of it?
Chopped,
Oh, okay.
which I think would be okay, but I think I'd eat it as a salad. Why have the bread if you got that good
Exactly.
salad?
Yeah, exactly. It's like when we were out for lunch yesterday. It was a Greek restaurant. It's a burger stand kind of thing, but it's run by Greek people. Portions are crazy huge, and so I had a chicken pita. My word, could barely get your mouth around the thing. There was so much in it, and of course with the tzatziki sauce. But I was thinking, yeah, I probably should have just dumped it out on my plate, and had it that way, like a salad, because that was crazy.
Sounds good, though.
I actually have some Greek yogurt and cucumbers, so I might make some tzatziki sauce since I've got the boy here this weekend.
And what is tzatziki sauce?
Tzatziki is Greek yogurt, garlic, dill, and bit of lemon juice and shredded cucumber.
It sounds good.
It's lovely.
I don't know why, but cucumber gives me heartburn. I love them to pieces.
Yeah.
But if it's shredded, it does not give me heartburn.
Huh.
I
Well,
don't know if it's just lets enough of something out of it or what.
yeah. Um, so, of course, you put the yogurt in sieve with a, coffee filter in it so that the liquid drains out.
Hmm.
And you do it same thing with the cucumber. So it's not overly wet, it's a thicker sauce, but it's just lovely on sandwiches. Hey, Marty, welcome, welcome. Jean and I are playing with envelopes today. So I did these little accordion pocket things. Jean did a really cool flippy floppy book that she is going to use to take along with doodling stuff for her. And that's so I just decided to do one as well. So I started with a big round envelope, sealed it, opened up the ends. Then I put in a variety of different envelopes so that I can flip, flop, you know, lots of things to stuff because I've got lots of bits to embellish and doodle on. So this is going to be my travel doodle kit. I'm not going to bother decorating the envelopes. They can stay white. I say that now, but who knows? I may just end up doodling the envelopes when I'm out and about too. So, anyway, I've got enough pockets here to choke a horse.
I was just going to say choke a horse, and you said it.
Hey, Cal, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. So, yeah, we were just different ways to use envelopes today. Of course, I like using the big ones as journal covers. Like if you're just taking a regular sheet of paper, folding it in half and turning it into journal. I love using these for journal covers. And then, of course, you can just take all one size envelope and make a little journal out of them. Yeah, just doing some play today. Just some play.
Here's the first one I made. I took 2 envelopes and glued them onto a piece of cardstock. These are the flaps of the envelopes. They're going to be on the cover. And they open here, but I covered it so it makes it pretty. And then the insert is right here. You have a pocket here.
You know what, John? Wait a minute, Jean. I'm making you big because you're halfway off screen.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
So anyway, that's the cover. And I'm going to put buttons or an eyelet there, string that comes around and ties. I don't know what yet, but, and I could use this to tuck something in, but I still haven't decided yay or nay on that one. And then you have this, which is kind of, a little harder to get to, but you can still put stuff in it because I'm going to put it in with an elastic so it'll come out easy also. And then these 2 pockets, envelope pockets, start from the top or open from the top. And then these 2 from the side and these 2 from the side. And then it's plain down here. I didn't do the insert any prettiness because I want to put stuff in it, ephemera and or pieces I want to doodle on or whatever. And then you got your pocket here. And like I said, I'm going to do it Midori style with elastic. So it's a nice little holder for everything. Us crafters have to have holders for everything.
We do.
Everything. So while I'm big, I'll go ahead and show this one. This one I just took envelopes and used my glue and kind of tacked them together to see what I wanted. It's kind of a flippy floppy book, but I just wanted to put them in my way, however I felt was right. So this is the cover. And I don't know, if they're all going to be pockets or not. Some of them are going to be covered, some aren't. So there's this one, and it opens out like that. And I've done these before, and I wanted to cover edge to edge. But this time I'm leaving, except on the front, a little bit so you can see the envelopes behind them. I kind of like that. So it's not as draining on me, like I got to do this and this. But this one will stay a pocket. This one probably. And then this goes out like this. And so they all there's some flip and flop to it, but not a lot. And then when it's all done, this envelope is going to be the closure either like this with eyelets that'll come around or buttons or something, or it'll be on there like this. I haven't decided yet, but somehow this is going to be the closure. That's all I know so far.
Awesome.
And I'm going to print it with scrapbook paper that I had in a stack to get rid of. So I figured if it didn't work, I might add anything. Because I didn't like the paper that much anyway. But now that I've used it, I think it's pretty.
Awesome.
I may round these corners. The square corners seem to bother me here. None of the others do, just this one. And maybe if I ink the edges, it won't bother me. That could be. So that's what I've done so far. Okay, Kim, back to us, you, whichever you want to do.
All right. So I'm thinking, I don't know how I wanted to close this, but I'm kind of thinking if I glue the tags down, punch the hole, then I can just have a string go through the 2. And then wrap around. Or I could have strings on both sides and tie a bow, which is probably more of what I would do. And then I can cover the whole thing in cardstock because I think the thing's a little bit wobbly for what I want. So I think I'm going to glue these down just, like that. Punch the hole, put some ribbon or something through, and then I can still cover this in cardstock. And this will give a good solid holder for the closure. Yeah, yeah. Because I didn't even think
Great.
about closing it, but it's already getting a little bit chunky. Belinda says, your first inclination was to round the corners. Go with that, Jean.
Yep.
Cool. So, anybody got exciting plans for the weekend?
Not really.
Well, like I
I
said,
have a lot of excitement for next week.
do ya?
Yeah. I don't know exactly my plans, but I do know I won't be home on Tuesday and Wednesday and possibly Thursday. So I
Nice.
don't know if I'll um, be able to play Friday or not yet.
Okay.
My daughter has a medical procedure and she asked me to drive her and take her home. And when your kids still need you, you go.
That's right. You do. You really do.
And then my son's supposed to have a hernia surgery soon. And I don't know when that is. And I'll probably have to be there for that one too.
Yeah. You staying warm, Anne? That's good. That's good. I have a play date tomorrow, and I think we're going to play Painty Papers.
That
Got a
sounds nice.
grandson staying for the weekend, so bit of extra cooking, maybe some baking. We'll see.
That's the worst part with my grandson being in um, real time school now.
Yeah,
I can't just have him whenever. And weekends are too short for driving 90 miles.
yeah. That must be almost like a big hole for you, Jean, because I know you had them quite often.
I do. He's my special little guy.
Yep, that's like my girl. Like it's yeah. This is the youngest grandson, and he is out of all of them, he is the character. Like everybody needs a character in their family. What family? And he is ours.
I haven't figured out who ours is. It can be a different one at different times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my eldest grandson was, but now he's an adult and he's given up a lot of the sarcastic commenting. Well, he hasn't given that up, but it's a different level now. Instead of,
Yes,
you know, it's
a
my,
little bit of thought before it.
yeah. Whereas this one, there's no filter on his mouth. And he's an absolute sweetheart. He was the one I was telling ladies that I work with that, yeah, we had Thanksgiving dinner. She asked how it was. And I said, yeah, my grandson was goofing around at the table, did a face plant in his mashed potatoes with gravy. Don't know how or I have no idea how he managed it, but just wipes the face off on the tablecloth and kept going. Right, just going on your tablecloth. Did you smack him? I said no, it was just being a kid. It's like, yep, gotta let kids be kids, right?
Yep. But would his parents have gotten upset with him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. See, that's it with mine. And I wish my kids would understand it's a different world with grandma.
It is. It is. Like, I mean, they didn't say anything to him because I mean, I when my granddaughter was little, I taught her to finger paint on the tablecloth with chocolate pudding. So they knew darn well that a little bit of mashed potatoes and gravy on the tablecloth wasn't going to faze me any. It's washable, and it was an accident. He looked as surprised as any of us, when he pulled his face out of the gravy.
Well, my son-in-law's the worst at getting on to Riley for things, his
Yeah,
daddy. But it's like I'm not raising them. I'm going to let them do what they want to do because that's what you do at grandma's. Now,
exactly.
if they're going to take kitchen knives and go out and throw them at each other, I'm going to stop that. But
Yeah, I guess.
well, at each other, if they're just throwing them into the ground, I might say, "Hey, did you get close on that one or whatever?" But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't bother me like it bothers them.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
And you know, I think that at least as far as my children are concerned, I feel like they're raising their kids like they think they were raised.
Yeah,
And, both of my kids were born in the 80s. This is 2023. They're
exactly.
different people. The world is different.
It is. It really is. I mean, when my kids were little, my walls were covered with um, brown paper. I would buy it by the roll. I covered the walls so that they could draw on the floor, on the walls, whatever. I let them be kids.
Yeah.
It's yeah, totally a different world.
The funniest part is my grandkids can come over, and it doesn't matter which ones, all of them. And they'll be in the art room, and the two oldest can go in there by themselves.
Yeah,
I completely trust them. They know what they can and can't touch and what they can and can't use. And both of them know you
yeah,
don't use grandma's fabric scissors for anything.
yeah.
And oh yeah, it is 2024, Marty. Anyway, my kids will go, but mom, you didn't let us use your good stuff, your good paper, your good paint, all that stuff. You never let us use that. I said, I couldn't afford to replace it then.
Exactly, exactly.
And I feel like through the years, the one thing I've learned is that to keep them from getting discouraged, sometimes they do better with better supplies.
That's right.
When they know what they're using is a decent quality, they take their time, they do better.
For sure, for sure.
Now I forgot what was the front and the back. Oh, there we go.
Well,
No.
Sure would like to know what happened to that bag of bits. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to go on a cleaning spree after I get this stuff done. My goodness.
Okay, there's
Someplace
my
safe.
crack.
Someplace safe. One of your grandsons loved ribbon. Live about 90 minutes from off-rate outlet, so I have tons of. At 4, he shocked his mom when he pulled off 3 yards off one. He knew which ones were his. That's excellent. That's
Yeah.
absolutely excellent. You saw a video yesterday. You want to try it? What are you trying, Marty? Have to see. Meatloaf with stovetop stuffing. Oh, that's really good. It really is. I've done it. It's really good. You have a cast of characters? Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. There's something special about those grandkids, eh? Really, something special.
Yes, there is.
I just like the fact that he actually asked to come here. And I'm not sure if it's because he just wants to play video games the whole time and watch stupid stuff on YouTube. But I mean, he'll help if I'm baking or if I need his help, if I want him to do painty papers with me or whatever. He will do that. So I
Yeah,
really can't complain.
that's how Riley is. He would just as soon be here so he can play his games. Nobody interrupts him. He doesn't have to hear the twins screaming and hollering or whatever.
Yeah,
But if he still wants me to go in the art room with him, even if he's doing his homework, he wants me in the art room with him.
well, that's nice. That's a bond, right?
Yeah, well, when you spent the first 8 weeks of his life with him, that probably helped. Not that he knew it, but somewhere along the line he might have known it.
Yeah. Pair of kid scissors near the ribbon. Poor woman thought he was being naughty. Had to correct her gently. Yeah. Yeah. It's well, my daughters knew what it was like here. They were raised here. They probably had a good idea that I would be taking them out and throwing water balloons filled with paint and stuff. They knew. It was the painting on the tablecloth that my daughter had a bit of an upset with the chocolate pudding. She says, Mom, she does have to go to the other grandparents. I says, what happens here happens here, you know?
That's right.
It is. Watching Tremors 2. Is that a movie, Marty? Well, I am some whatted that I can't find that bag of stuff. I will just put that to the side. Yes. Yes, yes. So these are ready to go. These are ready to go. I'm putting my stuff in at a local store. Oh, with Kevin Bacon? Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, Anne.
Well,
On
yeah,
my son's kids, they didn't have sugar until their first birthday cake. And they
yeah,
still don't drink soda pop. They can have a Sprite once in a while, but that's it. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind that at all. But when it comes to the art and the art supplies, that's my turf.
that's right. That's right.
I think I scared him because I let my daughter or granddaughter play with use an X-Acto knife. Not this time, but the time before. I don't remember what we were cutting, but I held her hand with it.
Well, yeah. When you go
So
hand over hand, that's totally different. I mean, I remember being out at the cottage with my parents and my nephew, and he was 8 or 10 years old or whatever. Dad had him chopping wood with an axe. Like, but that's what Dad grew up doing, right? So, yeah, it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Your mom followed your rules, but your ex mother in law never did. Yeah, I can see that too.
My kids never really stayed with their other set of my husband's family because it was too far away. But my mom had her rules, and it was I didn't care. I
Yeah,
was just happy to have somebody else watching them and not me.
yeah. I mean, my mother in law got my kids to eat a whole bunch of stuff that I never had growing up. So she would let them, try it because that was the rule. You have to try things. You can't just say you don't like it, right? So it was really good that my kids learned to eat such a wide variety of food. They didn't have a chance to be picky.
Now, see, that's the one thing that with Riley, he's extremely picky, but all three of the older ones are super picky, and then the twins, and I hope it stays this way. But Riley ate anything and everything early, and then
Yeah,
he got picky. But they eat just about everything. They'll eat it like crazy, and then all of a sudden not want it again.
yeah,
And I think they just get tired of it, especially when you find something they're going to like, you want them to eat.
that's right. Oh, toddlers are bad for not eating, right?
Oh, but I have a picture I just got yesterday of my granddaughter, the youngest one. Um, it's probably one of my favorite pictures of her. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. She
Oh, she's
loves her grapes,
so precious.
and she won't share her grapes. She'll
No,
put as many in her mouth as she can.
oh
Now,
dear.
granted, they quarter them, so they're not, they're
Yeah,
small.
yeah.
And she's the same thing, same way with tomatoes. She crawled across the table at the pizza buffet place to get the tomatoes off my salad.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
her mama doesn't like tomatoes. So I
Yeah,
think it's a good thing.
it is. It is. With one set of grandkids, you had to enforce certain rules at your house, like preschoolers eating while sitting on Oriental rug. Yep, that would be a definite at the table. Would it definitely would. Oh well, that's going to be an ugly spine. Not happy. Not happy. Why that's doing that? It's okay. Yeah, she's a precious one. Well, guys, it has been 2 hours and 48 minutes, so I think it's about time to call it a day. I hope you
Yep.
tried or you saw something that you liked and you're going to try playing envelopes in some way, shape, or form somehow. I appreciate you guys all for being here. I appreciate Jean for coming and playing. Jean
Well,
had
I
some
appreciate you
wonderful
letting me
ideas.
play.
Well, I always like having you come and play. We seem to egg each other on, and we just find more rabbit holes.
Yep.
Oh, exactly. I like that. And no thank you bite. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I'm glad you managed to catch us too, Marty. We're, kind of at the end, but it was nice to see you here. So thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, Jean, for coming and playing. And I will see peeps on Sunday going live at 12:45. If you can make it, great. If you can't, that's kind too. And yeah, we love those rabbit holes. Thanks, guys. Take care and see you soon.
Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye. Look, I found my cursor.